Hello and welcome to another fresh week and another fresh episode here on Lunch Global. I am Chong Annamel Joseph, and today I'll be sharing some perfect ideas with you on the easy homemade food you can make for your baby from the age of 6 months to 12 months. Trust me, it's going to really be an interesting moment because most of the time we oftentimes ignore what we really need to feed our baby with. Probably the best food, the most nutritious, and maybe want to focus on the adult food or get to start exposing our kids to eating what an adult is supposed to eat. These particular food ideas are easy, are so comfortable for you to be able to make in the comfort of your kitchen, and of course they are less time consuming. I mean, it's recommended to wait until your baby is at least 6 months before adding solid foods into their diet, but some start as early as 4 months. You don't have to be a master in the kitchen to make your own baby food. While convenient, commercial baby food may lose vitamins and nutrients during processing, as well as yumminess that can make your baby excited to try new foods and combinations. According to a 2013 study, babies who start eating some type of solid foods by 6 months old had a reduced risk of allergies and asthma. It's most important that the baby can sit upright and hold their head up. It's also important that they show signs of interest in solid food. Once you've gotten the okay from your child's pediatrician, you are now ready to bring on baby's first food. So a few things to keep in mind when thinking about baby food. First of all, you know, babies are new eaters. So they only need about 1 to 2 tablespoons of food. So you have to make sure that you keep portion very small. Then be on the lookout for allergies, especially when feeding your child food that contains common allergens. Common allergens include eggs, peanuts, wheat, soy, fish, and shellfish. The newest evidence shows there is no benefit to delaying introducing these foods beyond 6 months or to introducing foods in any particular order. And again, most of the time, you should not forget that you need to have fun. And then when you are having fun, you also need your child to have fun alongside with you. Because the more fun you are, the more interesting it looks like, oh, that means the food is really yummy. So if that excitement is there as a mother, as a father, and your baby is seeing it, you know, they easily get attached to it. And then they find the food quite interesting. Some people prefer to go organic, wild, pastured and grass feed whenever possible. Some foods may be high in pesticides residue, and this food includes apples, peaches, nectarines, strawberries, grapes, celery, spinach, sweet bell peppers, cucumbers, cherry tomatoes, snap peas, and potatoes. So when you want to make your food, you know, it's important for you to know what kind of ingredient, maybe fruit or vegetable that is more safe for your baby. A lot of times, I said it earlier, you know, sometimes you don't even get to understand the allergies, but during that stage, it is so easy for you as a parent to be able to see where the baby reacts to certain food. Now, this period of feeding, or this month where you get to start feeding your baby, exposes you to knowing exactly what the baby is allergic to. So that's why you need to keep trying the right food. You know, you don't have to skip and say, oh, I just want to. It's okay for you to breastfeed your child to like 1 year, 2 years, I don't know. But then, you know, it's okay. That doesn't mean when you start feeding your baby with food, you forget about breastfeeding them. No, you can do the food and do the breast milk at the same time, because they are growing up. You know, the baby is already growing up, so his energy and then his strength is already growing and all of that. So you can combine those two, and at that point, it will now help you realize what does your baby like and what does your baby doesn't like. And if something is quite very healthy, and then, you know, babies learn so fast, and then they need to see, you know, they need to see the joy. Sometimes you even have to try the food and, you know, make all those those nice gestures for the baby to want to pick up from there and, of course, get to enjoy the food. If mommy is enjoying it, why not me? Well, we're going to go on this short break, and trust me, if you're a mother or an aunt or a father, this is the moment for you, because there's so much for you to learn than just the regular noodles, custard, Tom Brown. You know, you have to be stylish sometimes. It's not all about you, it's also about your child. So stay tuned. We'll be back shortly after the break. Welcome back from the short break. If you're just catching up with us, welcome to Lunch Global today. I am still Chung Annamel Joseph, and earlier I said today we're going to be basically focusing on your child, on your baby. You know, it's just enough. It's not all about you all the time. Let's not just keep talking about, oh, the right food to make in your kitchen and all of that. What about your child? So we're going in with the healthiest food, the healthiest combination you can have for your baby. And when your baby is about 4 to 6 months old, you will want to use simple single ingredient puree. This can help you to spot and identify a food allergy or sensitivity. Once you have proven your child's tolerance to individual food, you can try combinations to enhance flavor and likability. So first on the list today, we'll be looking at pea puree. We know what pea is, and then you'll be wondering, okay, how can I just make pea puree? Now, peas are small, yet they are mighty source of nutrients. They are packed in vitamin A and C, iron, protein, and calcium. If the skin of the peas makes the texture less appealing for your child, then you have to make sure to strain them to make it as much smooth as possible. So, you know, like just the way we make beans, just the way we cook beans, sometimes when you boil your peas, your green peas, let me just include the green peas. When you boil your green peas, usually the peel tends to come out, and if it doesn't, it won't just affect, but you know, most of the time babies don't like particles in their mouth because they are used to liquid. They are used to just something liquid and nothing just too serious. Yeah, so you can always strain the peel for them and blend it in a very soft texture. Let it be as soft as possible, and trust me, your child will even enjoy it better than just going in with them with just so much spices, salt. It's not safe for the child. Sugar, all those. You have to just cut down and know the right amount of food and what kind of food do you need to feed your baby with. Peas are very good. They are vegetables, greens. It's very good for you as an adult. So you can imagine it like an adult is, you're already old, your immune system is already very strong, and then you need something to boost it. And then when you start this process, this right food for your child at a very tender age, trust me, it's going to not just do magic, but it's going to help you a whole lot as a parent. And it makes your job even easier because, you know, you just have your food lined up and then the baby enjoys it. And while the baby keeps growing now, they learn to eat other things. They are already used to having to eat those kind of food, and then when they get to a certain age, you know, it won't become a problem for you as a parent. Moving on, we'll be looking at banana puree. You know, it's just easy recipes today. You just peel your bananas, put them into your blender, blend it in a way and manner, and it's ready. So, often called a perfect food, bananas are rich in potassium and fiber. Bananas are also known as one of the nature's own antacids and are very gentle on the stomach. Although bananas are one of the best first food for babies, be careful not to overdo it. Too much banana can cause constipation. So if the baby likes banana today, please don't give them banana tomorrow. And make sure, you know, I said it earlier, you have to look out on portion control. Don't give your baby too much food. Let him not turn out to be obesity or obese baby. And I think parents need to be intentional when it comes to feeding their kids, because these days you can go to school and you don't feel good about your body. So like I think I was watching a video on social media where I don't want to mention the name. I'm very sure some of you came across that particular video I'm talking about. You know, a girl at a very tender age, but she was feeling so uncomfortable with her body. She feels so fat, and sometimes she'll say, oh, she feels like if she lose weight, she's going to feel so slim and all of that. So, you know, there's so much mentality already. So you should be able to feed your child in a way that even when they grow up, they feel okay about what they eat, and they will learn to eat the right way. So as a parent, as a mother, you should please be intentional when it comes to portion control, and of course when it comes to feeding your baby, because that will play a very significant role in the life of the child once the child grows up. It's like the food you'll be eating or she'll be eating, it will not even be enough, and it's already getting too much food that you as a mother, you'll be imagining, okay, if when I was like this baby, or when I was like my own baby, was I even eating this much and all that? You know, it now keeps you thinking and thinking and thinking. So you need to start it at a very early stage. Moving forward, we'll be looking at baby brown rice cereal, and a lot of times I think this one is mostly common because a lot of parents use brown rice cereal, or in fact they even blend it to make it in a puree form, and you know, this is actually more common than others. Rice cereal is one of the most common food to introduce because it's less allergenic and easily digested. Mixing it to a fairly thin texture can make babies make the transition from all liquid diet to a more solid one. Now, this same process can be applied to steel cut oats. So you can just make this, and at the same time, you know, it's very cooked and it's soft. And for the brown rice, you know, it helps the child to maybe want to chew, and it's easy for them to pick up eating solid starting from the brown rice recipe. So if you want your baby to actually learn how to eat, maybe if you're a mother who loves your baby, you want to see your child eat so well, and then you maybe they are trying to eat and then they're still not used to it. Now this particular brown rice cereal is going to help them move from one level to another, and from liquid and is a kind of solid way, and you know, at the end of the day you can just introduce them to solid, which makes it quite easy for them. Moving on, we'll be looking at the avocado puree. Now, this avocado puree is almost you making the banana puree or making the peas puree. So these are quite easy. But for this avocado, you know, when we're talking about combination, I know that we're not there yet. But then at the same time, you can have a little bit of this combination for your baby. But the reason why you shouldn't start with the combination at a very early stage is for you to, it will enable you now learn what the baby doesn't like, what the baby's system doesn't appreciate, whether there's any allergy or there's any discomfort one way or the other. That is why it is important for you to start with a single food. But going forward, you know, you can combine it. Maybe you can combine the bananas and the avocado. You can combine the peas and the bananas. Just make sure that you start it just one step at a time. Yes, it's exciting for you to just learn to have, you know, learn a lot. Like cooking is adventure. So for you to just enjoy that moment, I know sometimes you even tend to forget it. I'm like, oh, I just want to make the best food for my child. But then make sure that that first stage of their life, 4 to 6 months, just try the one ingredient or the one recipe, the one way recipe, before you can just do the combination. Now, this avocado puree is like basically buttery treats, and it is a wonderful, good fat food for baby's brain and physical development. Plus, the creamy texture of perfectly ripe avocado is one that babies seem to love. To help prevent browning, put the avocado pit in the puree with refrigerating, when refrigerating. So it is always important for you to make sure that what you're giving your child, you know, I'll make emphasis because these little ones are very tender. So if you don't get to understand the right thing to give them, you're not helping yourself, and of course you're not helping them, because at the end of the day, you just realize that you're just buying a lot of food. Yes, that baby's food is very expensive right now. So if you don't learn this particular recipes and learn these new food and new combos for yourself. They are more affordable. If you have 1,000 naira, it can buy you avocado, it can buy you banana, just something little that you know that, okay, you can make for your baby. And guess what? This particular food, they are more healthy than the ones we just buy in the market, because they are all processed, and sometimes it drops the quantity or the value of the nutrients and vitamins that are in it. So what is natural tends to be the best at all times. Moving forward is baked sweet potato puree. In the non-adults eat adults eat sweet potatoes for their health benefits. Sweet potatoes are loaded with vitamins, antioxidants, and fiber, so it makes sense that your baby can benefit from this delicious tuber too. A simple puree with a touch of water or your baby's milk makes a yummy and nutritious first food. And yes, I agree with this recipe 100%, because sweet potato, and guess a lot of people don't like sweet potato. I don't even know why. But then when it comes in the puree, you know, it has this sweet taste. So the baby will enjoy it. It's not added sugar, natural. That's why I say natural food is just the best. So you don't have to add anything. And once your baby gets used to this, it's like this is going to be their favorite dish ever. So in as much as you as an adult know the importance of sweet potato in your body, you know it's loaded with vitamins, antioxidants, and fiber, and it's like almost all the people who are diabetic, I think this is one of their best food to eat. Sweet potato is very healthy, is very, very good. So if you as an adult will find that really healthy and really good for you, then what about your child? So you have to also inculcate this into their food planning. And don't forget to always make your food planning. You're learning all the food, all the recipes, then you at the same time need to also have a food plan so that you know what you give your baby for breakfast, lunch, and of course for dinner. And then you have to just plan it. You can just do a weekly food plan so that it will be easy for you to just get your things done. Now we'll be looking at 7 to 9 months old. So for a 7 to 9 months old baby, you can make thicker purees with multiple ingredients, and also remember to introduce one new ingredient at a time and combine foods that you know they aren't allergic to. You can also add meat and other protein at this stage, or even earlier if you're okay. If probably you know there's a professional advice when you need when probably you notice any kind of discomfort. You know, sometimes you get to know, oh, maybe the baby ate this and then they are having running stomach, or that's what was making them puke and all of that. So you have to be intentional about that. And then at this particular stage, you can make your combinations to your baby. But then when you're introducing something new, if the baby is already used to the bananas, if you want to introduce something new, don't just introduce two things at the same time. Just make it one step at a time. If you want to use the avocado and the banana, just try that one first, and then going forward now gradually you can do all the combos you want. But please, it should just be one step at a time. And on this class, what we'll start looking out for is pumpkin thyme puree. Now you have pumpkin and you have thyme. Okay, so I think I was trying to talk about thyme, how people take thyme tea. I don't even know how it tastes, but then what is healthy, sometimes we don't like it. Well, you can try it, and if your baby doesn't like that, probably it makes them discomfort, then you can cut it. Now this easy and elegant seasonable recipe is full of beta carotene, potassium, and iron. Make a big batch and freeze it in ice cube tray for single portion serving for later. So this particular recipe, you can do it and then you can make it now, you can still leave it, and then besides for babies, there are particular puddings or purees or food that you can make for the baby and you can just preserve it and still give the child later. But there are some that when you make them, you can't give the baby later because they don't have the endurance and the patience to stay beyond the time they are being made. So it's like as you make it now, you consume it now. We don't have the energy to wait. We do not wait. We just want now. So some food are like that. Moving forward is beets and blueberry mash. So not only is this blend a beautiful shade of magenta. It's also a nutritious combination of antioxidants, vitamins, and fiber. You can also mix this puree with a little cereal for a delicious breakfast for your baby. Now, this is beet and blueberry. I don't need to talk much about this. Even as an adult, I just like the combo of beets and berries. I mean, on this particular one is blueberry, you know. So this combo is easy, it's nice, it's sweet, and it's so colorful. You know, babies like colorful things. Imagine you're just bringing black food for the child. It looks quite scary, but at least this is having the magenta look. You know, it just looks as if, oh, this can be yummy though. But I know when it's that color, sometimes some babies, but they're not that smart, they wouldn't know. It won't look scary. So I think this particular recipe is going to be very good, and it's packed with so much nutrients, and it's going to be something I would just champion you to go ahead and do all the time. Moving forward is avocado and banana. You know, I kept on saying avocado and banana baby food. Like, this sounds entirely interesting and different and sweet and lovely already, because combo of avocado has this nice taste. Yes, it's not really sweet, but you know, it's just enjoyable. It has taste, and then bananas now are sweet. Now the combo is just something you can't just, I can't just talk so much about it. So this is a pairing of two wonderful foods: avocados, good fats and fiber, and bananas, potassium and vitamin C. The banana also adds a bit of sweetness and lightens up the usually dense avocado puree. Mix the sugar and stick with the natural sweetness of the ingredients themselves for young babies. And moving on, we'll be looking at 9 months to 12 months. Now, at this stage, the baby is already almost getting to 1 year old, and trust me, you know how babies are these days. Like, you're just, babies just behave like adults and it's scary. But then at this stage, you know, the baby is already like, there's so much energy, so much strength, and the baby wants to eat more. So at 9 to 12 months old, your baby can enjoy chunkier puree and meshes. You can also add dairy such as cheese or yogurt to their food. At this stage, many babies can even advance to adult food and complex combination, finely minced and softened. So, you know, first of all, I will start looking at white fish, carrot, and leek puree. So all this together can still be puree. It doesn't have to be maybe very solid, no, but then you can just make it in a puree form. But you know, the taste and everything is just entirely different. This puree combination is a savory, brain boosting powerhouse. White fish contains omega-3 fatty acids and may help boost development of baby's central nervous system. Leeks are thought by some of the provide cardiovascular support, and carrots are loaded with antioxidants. So it is super. The importance is for you to understand the importance and then the nutritional value, the health benefit it has, so that you feed your child with the right food. Now, we have to just cut down on feeding our babies at a very tender age noodles and some food that is not even necessary. I know that babies will want to see the food and they will love it. They want to eat it because they're like, why am I eating different than mom? Why am I eating different than that? So they just want to just eat what you are eating. But no, never say yes to that. You just have to make sure you stick to the right food so it helps them grow very well. And lastly, today, last on our list is baby beef stew. Now, this is already interesting because babies like, you know, they would like to chew, they like meat, they like chicken and all of that. But for this now, it can be beef, it can be chicken at the same time. Now, this baby-friendly version of a classic comfort food is full of iron. Thanks to the beef, the recipe requires a little more prep time than other baby food recipe, but your house will smell amazing because it's baby. So you just have to make sure that whatever it is, and on this particular recipe, please, you can include carrots, you can include vegetables on it, you can merge them together to make them a little bit softer, and then you can cook them as well. You slice them into tiny cubes and of course cook them very well so that once the baby puts it in their mouth, you know, they can chew it and then it easily goes in easy. And it's easy to eat for a baby to go in with beef than chicken. You know how chicken sometimes can be, most babies when they're eating chicken, they will just take out the juice and then throw the shaft, because that's what they think it is, as if it's orange, but then it is meat. Now, for the sake of time, I believe that today we've learned something new, especially for our young ones, of course, for our babies. They are the most precious thing we can ever imagine. And we're like, okay, today let's share something with them, with all the mommies and all the daddies out there. Thank you for joining me on today's episode here on Global TV. If you want anything at all, you want to learn more, you want more recipes, more ideas, you can send it on all our social media platforms, and we'll do you the honor of sharing our little secrets. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'll be leaving you for now. Bye.